The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Nya nya nya. Ba. Ba. Babue. Zimbabwe. The broken Bunsen burner burns so bright. South.
Jamie.
Southeast Asian Peninsula.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
I think the only line we need from you today is drivers who switch to progressive could say big.
Cool. I just gotta finish my warm-ups. Foul, throw in the towel. History.
Switch to Progressive today.
Santa ski slalom in a salmon skin suit.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
Got a little bit of refried smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me like weed, all right?
Do I sound any different on your end?
No, I didn't, and I don't hear a hiss on my end. So
No, I'm sorry. It's kind of jumping topics. I was thinking about the preamp and getting back the RE20.
Huh, you sound beautiful on this then.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to sound hugely different over Skype. Mostly why I wanted to get this mic back in action, not only because it's the better mic, but better rejection of the ambient noise and what's around me. That the condenser mic was picking up you coming through my headphones.
Oh wow!
So I had to use a noise gate on my track every time I bounced down.
Are these unidirectionals?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
the mics so was the condenser that I was using, and the ones that we had in the studio before. They're unidirectional, but it has the difference with the Electro Voice is it has better off-axis rejection. Plus, you can get up closer on the thing.
Yeah,
you can really eat the mic and not blow it out, not totally have like your plosives destroy it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have that voice of God effect. And then I listen back to the recordings. I'm like, yeah, you kind of have to have a big voice for it to start with to really get the full effect.
Yeah.
I'm no pillow talk over here, but it's an improvement.
Yeah, Big Rob on these mics just sounded crazy.
Yeah. I finally got some of that Paca Mama juice. Are you still using that shit?
Oh, yeah. What flavor did you get?
I got the blood orange banana gooseberry.
How's that?
It's pretty good. It's actually exactly what I was looking for, because I was using that stuff that they would mix up at Wild Bill's. It was a local to Michigan thing.
Oh, the Jade Tiger?
Yeah, I was using the Jade Tiger for a while, and it had fruit flavor to it, but it didn't taste like candy. It almost had like a little bit of spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like that. You would think, blood orange, banana, and gooseberry, I guess those are all kind of rather mild fruit flavors anyway.
Well, one thing I've learned with the vape juices is you got to be careful with the fruits. Fruits, there is such a thing as too sweet.
There's absolutely too sweet. And you know what? The more sugary ones, and I don't know if this is because they actually put sweeteners in there, but they actually burn through your coils faster.
Oh yeah, they gunk your shit up.
Yeah.
No, I found mine. It's been over a year. There's been nothing in my vaporizer ever since.
What flavor you got?
I have the apple nectarine strawberry.
Okay, so maybe that wasn't the one that I ordered. I ordered 2 of them. They only sent 1. I had to email them and say, what's up? But I got that, and I got another Geek Vape device because I needed something for my cartridges, my THC cards.
Ah.
And I have one that's still working, but I've had to break it apart and fix it. The button's fallen off of it. The thing's old as fuck, and I'm looking at it going, at some point this thing's going to die, and I'm going to have to mail order something else and not have anything to use in the meantime. So I was like, I might as well get ahead of this and just order another device. And I'm very satisfied with this thing. It's quite similar to the little what do they call it? The Aegis, the little palm-sized one that I've been using. Mm-hmm. It's basically that, a little bit chunkier with the thread on it instead of the pod design.
And you can adjust the...
Yeah, it's fully adjustable and all that shit.
Nice.
So I figure this way I've got a dual purpose backup. I can screw on a tank if my boost takes a crap, or I drop it in the tub like I did the last one. And even though it's supposed to be waterproof, although in the device's defense, I had removed the bung plug from the USB port area. It didn't fit quite right, and it kept popping out, and I just ripped it out, and I was like, I don't need this thing. And so that's probably why, just that a quick drop in the tub, and that thing, once the USB port got wet, I think that's all she wrote. Yeah.
No, I did the same thing as you. I got this little thing for cartridges. I got it back in April, May.
Yeah.
It's adjustable. Goes all the way down to 2 volts. It's strictly for the the C cells. It's adjustable
made
in
for
size.
those?
Yeah, it's adjustable for size too.
Yeah.
It was like $20, and this thing's been a goddamn champion. It looks like a regular vaporizer too. I get this thing in front of a cop, and they just think, well, start as recreational pot. But like this looks like this could just be like, oh, this guy's a vaporizer.
Yeah, this thing is probably actually more than I need for what its primary use. Just doing carts at a low wattage.
Yeah.
This thing it goes up to like, I don't know, 50 watts or some shit. Mm-hmm. If I wanted to bust some major cloudage, I think is probably the terminology that the kids would use, right?
Yeah. Like this thing is this thing only goes from like 2 to 4. Like this thing is straight up for cannabis C cells.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, it does make it. One more thing about, like, specifically about this device, not the best for the C cells, because most of them have the hole at the bottom where the threads are. If you look at the design of them, like all the ones, at least the ones we get in Michigan, and pretty much what I've seen is available in other states, just from what I see in stories and whatnot, they're all pretty much the same design. And you have to have, holes in it so you can draw air through the device. And those are down in the threaded area. And most batteries account for that and have slots cut in around the threaded area on the battery. And this one doesn't. It's just a flat plate. So I have to... luckily, it has a tall enough connector on it so that I can just kind of screw it in halfway so I can get airflow through it and still get contact with the battery as well. But yes, so a big difference. Like if you're just using the little stick that you get for like $10-15 probably at the dispensary, they'll sell them, or you can pick them up at the gas station. Those will work for those. But being able to dial it in makes a big difference in your experience.
Yes.
And honestly, so I got this thing like around noon today. It came in the mail. And I had about an hour and a half. I had my work was done. I was prepped for a meeting that was like in an hour and a half. And so I was fucking around with it, and I wanted to, see how it worked, if it was going to work right. So I was like, I'll just screw on the cartridge and take a couple experimental puffs. I'm not going to get blown out.
Hey, you gotta make sure it works.
Yeah.
It's a drawing.
So I take a small hit off of it. I'm like, oh, well, that works pretty well. It actually kind of tastes a little better, too. I do another one, and I was like, oh, that was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Those 2 hits got me so fucked up. And, I mean, it seems like
oops.
Yeah. I had to spend the rest of the time that I had before my meeting doing some relaxing exercises. I did some yoga.
Oh, damn.
I
got that high?
I practiced a little bit of piano. Well, I could just feel that kind of paranoia start to accelerate, right? You get stuck in that loop where you're like, I don't know, you're just thinking too much about what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, no, and you get inside your own head.
Yeah.
Then you give yourself the yips. Oh shit, can we say that?
Exactly. Wait, why?
I don't know.
Is it a slur or something that we didn't know of?
It sounds kind of racist.
It sounds like it. Yeah, those dirty fucking yips.
Yeah.
The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
The Weedsman Podcast.
But yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I wasn't like freaking out. I didn't have to, if somebody guide me back home.
Dude, I had one trip this year where I came back and I sat in the parking lot at the U.S. Park, where I parked and hit the vaporizer a little too long because I found myself on 94 going, too high. I was like, all right, what do we do? Do we get off at an exit and just chill? No, fuck it. You have cruise control. Just keep it between the lines. You'll be cool in like 20 minutes. And I was. But I was just sitting there while the car is moving going, oh shit, too high. Damn it. It was because I detoxed for a week. So all you need is a couple hits. And I think I took like 8. Just driving like, no, whoops, fuck.
All right, I've done that. I've had it happen where like I'm watching TV and I'll have my vaporizer in my hand. It's about the same size and weight as my regular cannabis vaporizer. And so I'm just taking rips off of it while I'm watching TV before I realize, I'm smoking pot right now.
Yeah. No, I've had to do that too. Like, realize I keep the wrong vaporizer in my hand. I'm just hitting it. And, oh shit, I've been hitting this for like 2 hours. Fuck. And then usually a nap follows.
So I centered myself. I got my shit together and, the meeting was fine. I think the other Pacamama flavor that I got had some sort of mint to it.
Ew.
I wanted to try it out.
Like, even though I like menthol cigarettes, like, I have not found anything I can vape. There was one fluid, one time, but where the tobacco outweighed the menthol and I could take it. Anything I can vape, whether it's menthol or mint, like, ugh. Like, I don't know. I'm one of those people that thinks like eating mint ice cream is like eating toothpaste. So mint's probably not the greatest choice for me for vape flavors.
Oh yeah, like mint chocolate chip is okay. I don't mind mint flavored food items.
That's so manly. It's like eating toothpaste with chocolate in it. That's how I feel when I eat that ice cream. It's so. How's the mint treating you now that I shat all over the mint flavor?
Oh no, the mint was the one that didn't come.
Oh, so are you kind of glad, or you going? Hey, I was itching to try this.
I was itching to try it. Yeah. No, I purposely picked out the mint. It was like, I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. It was some weird flavor, some weird combination. There it is. The Geek Vape Aegis Mini Mod is the battery that I bought. And then, so I got the blood orange banana gooseberry and the mint honeydew berry kiwi is the one that I'm waiting on.
Take the mint out of there, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I don't want something that's going to taste Christmassy. I figure the mint and the honeydew will kind of balance each other out.
Because it's like 3 flavors I'm into and one I'm not. But is it supposed to be a menthol type flavor, or it's just like, we want to put mint in this and see what happened?
No, I think it's just mint. I've seen some mint flavored, but it's more the menthol in the vapes, which I don't get. Like, yeah, I smoked menthol cigarettes. It's also when I did drugs. And also the flavor of menthol is specific to cigarettes, to burning tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
It's...
What to say? There was one fluid that I found, and my dumbass ordered it without nicotine in it. It tasted exactly like Newport's, and the whole thing they were talking about for the flavor was that it was more tobacco forward than menthol, and that's where most people fail, is they do the menthol forward.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this tastes like a Newport, but it wasn't getting because there was no nicotine in it, so it wasn't feeding the monkey.
Yeah. It's probably a hard balance to hit. Because I imagine whatever that menthol flavor is. What is menthol anyway?
Eucalyptus.
Oh, I think I did know that. So it's just a crushed up plant, right?
Yes.
So it's it's just another form of mint.
Yeah, but it's more pungent, I guess.
Yeah. It's a crystalline compound with a cooling, minty taste and odor found in peppermint and other natural oils. Oh,
so it's like what makes mint mint?
Yeah. That's interesting. Obtained from the oils of corn mint, peppermint, and other mints. So it's like a base ingredient of mints.
Looking at your tiny mod. Does it go all the way up to 80?
Oh, let's see. I got it set at 7 right now. It goes fast. Oh, yeah, it sure does. I'll never use that end of the spectrum.
Yeah, not for what you're using that for.
I fucking bust through a cart in like 5 hours, hitting it like it's a bong.
I have to close this website. I will get lost in the weeds if I leave that website open.
Which site?
elementvape.com. I'll start looking at things and then start buying things.
Yeah, I've been on there. I almost placed an order with them. I went with Perfect Vape had, that's where I got my last pod battery thing from, my last Geek Vape device.
I have to say I'm a fan of their hardware.
Yeah, well, what's insane is how fast the technology is improving on these. You know, it wasn't too long ago that the device that I bought cost it was damn near $100, if I remember correctly, to buy one brand new. Mm-hmm. It was basically a rectangular battery with a threaded hole on one side and a USB port on the other, and a small display that looked like it was off of a Speak and Spell.
Yeah.
And
now it's crazy.
Now, these Geek Vape, they have
LCD
these,
screens,
fake leather padding, and the grip. Yeah, they've got these nice LCD screens on them with all these functions that I'll probably never use.
I like the durability of the button.
That's something
a piece of metal.
Yeah.
It's not plastic painted like metal. It's a piece of metal.
Yep. Although on this new one, I can't tell. I think this is plastic. Let me see here. Yeah, that sounds like that's plastic.
Oh, for tanks though, still smock or smoke or however you're supposed to fucking say it, is where my money's at. They have a new tank. Did you get a triple mesh core? A triple mesh fucking, what the fuck are they called?
Coil?
Coil, yeah.
Yeah. Triple mesh coil, man.
A three.
Gotta get that shit.
3 of them. Well, I resisted mesh for so long, and then I had it. I was like, all right.
You can blow triple fat clouds.
No, it's all about flavor.
Right.
Like, I've resisted mesh for so long. You know, I'd get okay boomered in the vape shop when I'd ask for coils. And I finally had one. I was like, all right, I get it. I understand. Because I'm not trying to make clouds. I'm an ex-smoker, goddammit. Put me in flavor country.
Yeah.
So just hearing that there's a triple mesh, I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. But that means I have to buy a new tank. Because it's like the tank that's like 2 models up from, because I bought this like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't gotten a new tank in a while. I've been on the pods for a bit now. Well, it seems like a year now.
Does that mean you're using the salt fluids?
No, it just means that the device that I use is a pod based. So it has its own.
So you can fill your pod?
So what?
You can fill your pod with your own juice?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not like a Juul pod style where you're just buying disposable pods.
Although my sister-in-law has, I guess in smoke shops, you can get refillable Juul pods.
Sure. And this is kind of the same concept. It's cheaper. Instead of buying a whole new, what do you call it? The thing we were just talking about that you screw onto your battery.
Tank.
Not the mod part. The tank, yes. Instead of buying a whole new tank, you just buy more pods. The pods are relatively cheap compared to it. So I think it's like $12 you get 2 pods. And so if you want to try a bunch of different flavors and not have them cross-contaminate, that's an easy way to do that.
Yeah. Because, you're not stuck with a whole tank. You're like, let me try this. Let me try it. Man, damn it. No. Why? I found it's well over a year and a half. And I've never found myself going, man, this is getting old. Let me try something else.
Yeah, I'm still searching. I found a couple different ones that I like at the local vape shop, but I seem to be in the minority because they don't keep them well stocked. So that's why I've looked I wanted to try a couple different ones of the Pacamama because you liked that brand. And if I find one that I really like, which I'm really digging this one so far, I'm like, how much for a case?
Yeah.
Just to send me one of those little display things, it's got 12, 18 of them in there. Just send me, I'll put it on a shelf. Yeah.
Well, hey, at least I was thinking the other day, whatever happened to the vape ban? Is the answer coronavirus?
I read stories about it going into effect, but I didn't see the results anywhere. Not here in Michigan, certainly.
I did at the shop that I went to. For a couple months, maybe a month and a half, all the fruit shit was gone. But as soon as that injunction was filed or whatever, they all came back, and you ain't heard shit about it since.
Yeah, it was. I think it was supposed to go fully into effect like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's back? Oh, you mean like if it yeah?
I don't know. I stopped following it that closely because there was so much speculation and misinformation around it. I was like, well, I'll just, whatever happens. I won't have a say in it.
Michigan Supreme Court won't touch overturned vape ban. I think I think a lower court overturned it, and then she went stomping and screaming to the Michigan Supreme Court.
Who's she? Whitmer?
Yeah. Yeah, the Michigan Supreme Court has rejected the state's bid to appeal a ruling overturning its emergency vape ban on the sale of flavored vape products.
Yeah, I can imagine her people telling her, look, you've got enough problems right now being looked at as an authoritarian. Maybe now is not the time to clamp down on shit like this.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
My name's Barry. I live right above you. I don't host parties. I host after parties. They're like parties, only louder and nobody goes home. You can see right here I ripped out all the carpeting because it was holding me back with my pogo stick. Man's got a pogo. Oh, I'm a prankster. I'll grease up a soda can and then when somebody grabs it, boom!
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
There's a new Home Depot now open on Maurice Avenue in Maspeth. And as home improvement projects go, this is a big one. Use the product locator on our app for an in-store map to find what you need fast. And check out our new pickup lockers. They make online shopping a breeze. Of course, one thing's not new, our everyday low prices. The Home Depot, now open near Maurice Avenue and Long Island Expressway in Maspeth. And always open at HomeDepot.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.